Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Fitzgerald Jeep in Clearwater, Florida, and we have another one of those latest and greatest Jeep Gladiators. This is a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Overland. So let's talk a little bit about the history of Jeep. Jeep's been around ever since World War II, really a GI's best friend. Through the years, have sold so well in the auto industry, and they have such a devoted following that people really wanted Jeep to create the Gladiator, to create that pickup truck so that they could have their Jeep life and their Jeep fun, but also have the usability and versatility of a pickup truck. What's wonderful is, just like the Jeep Wrangler, with the Jeep Gladiator, you have a plethora of different trim levels, interior options, and everything else. This one, being the Overland, is right underneath the almighty Rubicon. Stay tuned for that, because we will be bringing you the Rubicon, but we are going to start off with this 2020 Overland featured in this beautiful firecracker red. One thing I love about FCA and Dodge and Chrysler and Jeep are the names of their colors. Firecracker red really hits this one right on the nail, right on the head. Right off the bat though, it has the newer style fenders with the lighting in the actual fender. That's one way to tell the difference from a 2018, 2019, 2020 compared to before they did the redesign to, say, a 2017. I love on the front of the Overland how they have the nice metallic silver inside the headlight housings, and those 7 vertical slots in the grille really gives it a nice color difference to pop out. Massive front bumper with the fog lamps built in. One thing I can't understand, I'm gonna zonk, are these fake vents. Why are those there? I like on the Rubicon where they have those totally removed. It looks so much better, and I think they need to do that on the Overland as well. But you got your massive tow hooks, tons of ground clearance like you would expect to see on a Jeep. Let's go ahead and walk around the bend here. So distinctive lines that make it say, hey, I'm a Jeep. Up on the hood, if you ever wondered, what are these 2 plastic trim pieces? Why are they there? Guess what? The windshield folds down. It has to go somewhere. So instead of just sitting metal on metal, they're gonna put it right on these little bump stops here. That's what those are for. Now, as we drop down, you can see with the Overland, you're gonna get this beautiful 18-inch wheel. It's like a flat black finish to it. I like a little bit of brushed aluminum around there. Really nice shape, and I love the style. Really think that it goes well with the firecracker red. As we go down the side, you have some venting here on the side, the Jeep logo with that Gladiator nameplate. I'm gonna zonk it. I wish they would have went a little different direction than a sticker for the Gladiator name, but it is Jeep. What's more important to, especially the people that follow this brand, getting those letters and emblems is definitely more important. You have your old school antenna. I know it's the 21st century and a lot of people say why, but you know what? It fits the character. I think when you're looking at a Jeep, you can't compare it to any other brand, because this is their brand. Their look is their brand. Now, you have flat black on the mirrors. It would have been nice at this price point to have that beautiful firecracker red on the mirrors. And you also have your removable top, also featured in that flat black. I love the exposed hinges. Really beautiful running boards on this Overland, especially matching the front bumpers and everything. I think it fits in perfect. As we work our way back to the bed area, some nice flared out fenders as you come to expect, and you can see that they put some clear bra over there to stop this from getting chipped up. You can see, and I'll have Tom kind of focus in, you can see the rear frame and all the suspension bits back there. That's the wonderful thing when you have a truck like this sitting up, so that you can see all those inner bits. And then to wrap out the back, I like the tailgate. They put the 3rd brake light built right into the tailgate. I love the Jeep style of the taillights. It's there to mimic the look of a gas can, like on those old World War II Jeeps. Overland badging, nice texture, that same gray texture. There's a little place that you could put your foot to get up if you don't want to put it up there. You know, I wish this was a little bit deeper to make this be a second step, but at the tail end of the business, you do have the tow hitch package on this one and a massive tow hook here built in. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the back. It's a nice soft release. And then you can see the amount of room that we have in the back. You do have LED lighting. There's no power outlets. You have to go up to the Rubicon for that. And there are just 4 tie down locations. I would like to see more. Of course, we could get those added in. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood, and see what's powering this Jeep Gladiator. All right, guys, underneath the hood, they make it very simple. You're gonna see that same Pentastar V6. So that's a 3.6 liter V6. You're looking at 285 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. 8-speed automatic transmission is going to transmit the power. Obviously, all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive in this Jeep Gladiator truck. 0 to 60 in about 6.8 seconds. Quarter mile, 15.9. MPGs, 18 in the city, 23 in the highway, and it weighs in around 4,629 pounds. What can I say? Yes, we could zonk it because of the prop rod, but like I said, from a Jeep standpoint, I think that Jeep owners want this prop rod and they want everything else that's manual on this thing. But why don't we go ahead, fire it up, and see what does this Jeep Gladiator Overland sound like. All right, guys, we're behind the wheel of this 2020 Jeep Gladiator Overland. I know right now you're probably asking yourself, Joe, I want to get into a Jeep Gladiator, how much? MSRP, the way that this one sits at, is $52,000. Now, Fitzgerald does have it marked down to $50,000, and obviously give Daniel a call because they want to make your Jeep dreams come true here at Fitzgerald Jeep. But let's see what you get for this price. So on the door, there is a lot of dark black material, but this is about off-road. This is about things are gonna get dirty. I do like the light contrast stitching and the bright silver, almost like belt buckle handle to open up the door. That does have a nice touch, and it is soft material. You come to the dash, you do have some nice soft material. You have stitching across the top and in the center here, soft material. I like the brushed aluminum around the AC vents, real easy to use. This one has that optional over 8 inches in diameter infotainment system. I love how clear it is. I love the font. You could get into your climate control, dual climate, obviously. You could get into your navigation, very nicely done. Seat control, you got heated seats and heated steering wheel. You could get into your backup camera. There we are at Fitzgerald Jeep. So there's a lot of functionality to this infotainment system, and I really do like that. Real simple to understand knobs and controls. As we work our way down, this is going to be for your windows, because remember, all switch gear for windows is in the console because you could take the doors off, obviously. Nicely done. 12 volt, and check this out. You see how it says media? USB, aux jack, the whole 9 yards. You have 4 auxiliary switches. Hook a winch up, lights, whatever floats your boat. This is going to control that 8-speed automatic transmission. I like what they did was they put the outline of a Jeep Gladiator on the top of the shifter here. Just little touches like that that I like that Jeep does. This is going to control your 4-wheel drive. You have a leather wrapped manual e-brake, 2 cup holders. Here's your key fob. If you ever want to know what a Jeep key fob looks like, there you go. You got your buttons and everything on there, which is really nice. Nice high armrest. Open it up. You got a little tray for some peanuts and whatnot. I know Jeep is sponsored by Planters, so you probably want to get Planters salted or non-salted, depending on, you know, what your blood pressure is and whatnot. But open that up, tons of room, another USB. What's funny is it actually says USB 2 to let you know that, hey, USB number 1 is right here. So 1, 2, buckle your shoe, close the center console. I'm really sweaty, so these leather seats really work well. Overland, I like the embroidery. I like the style. Simple, but to the point with some nice stitching. And they're really supportive. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall and they hold you in really, really well. Manual controls for both passenger and driver. And I got tons of headroom. Obviously, we take all these latches, the roof comes off. Windshield down, roof off, doors off. You're driving in the air. You're driving on the wind. It's like riding a bird. So come on over to the driver's side though. I want to show you what's going on behind the wheel, the business end of this Jeep Gladiator. All right, guys, behind the wheel, the business end of the Jeep. First off, I love the wheel on the Jeep Gladiator. The thickness is perfect, the size. You got the crisscross contrast stitching. I like the brushed aluminum, that wonderful iconic Jeep name staring you in the face. And then look at the gauge layout. They did such a great job to keep classic, but also have some new 21st century stuff. You could toggle through that center digital display. Look at all the different things. You got your speedometer there, digital. You could do your tire pressure, all different. Look at that, even the pitch and roll of your Jeep Gladiator as you're going down the road. Speaking of going down the road, let's see how your passengers are gonna be loving life in your Jeep Gladiator. All right, guys, we're in the back seat of the Gladiator Overland. I really do like the way that this one has the full leather treatment. Really makes it easy to clean, looks good, feels good when you're sitting here, and that's the thing. Even in the back seat, I got plenty of headroom. Like the way that the seats are covered all in leather. That gives it a nice extra touch. You have a little command center here with your rear AC vents. These are for the windows, same explanation. The doors come off. You have your connectivity, USB, and all that good stuff. Home power source, 2 cup holders. And then, like I said, seating position is actually pretty good. And I didn't move the seats back. These seats are slid very far back, so I haven't changed that. And you still got plenty of room. We have, you pull this, nice armrests, cup holders, and then you have a manual sliding rear window. Now to get the rear window, there you go. Very easy. I kind of wish that the thumb control was on the other side, at least from sitting from this standpoint, but I guess if you were sitting over there, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But let's get to the best part of this Jeep Gladiator. Let's take it for a spin. All right, guys, we're rolling out of Fitzgerald Jeep here in Clearwater, Florida. We're in the 2020 Overland, and you know, like I keep saying, every time I get into a Jeep, it just feels right. I like the seating position. I like how easy it is to see out the front windshield. The back window is a piece of cake, and the side mirrors are a perfect size. Even though they were flat black and didn't have that firecracker red spilled on them, they still give great visibility. And I like the appointments in this Overland. I guess you have to answer for yourself, are you willing to spend $50,000 on this mid-size pickup truck? Because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's a mid-size pickup truck. So you're going up against the Frontier, the Canyon, the Colorado, the Ranger, the Tacoma, all those different trucks up against this one. Even the vehicle that I know a lot of people don't even consider a truck, the Honda Ridgeline. So that's all in the same category. So it's actually quite competitive. But like I said, from a styling standpoint and culture standpoint, this Jeep Gladiator has something that those trucks just do not have. Let me go ahead and get on the loud pedal. Now, you're not gonna win a drag race unless you're drag racing a bicycle or something, but driving this is not about breaking a land speed record. You have one of the best 4x4 drive systems in the business. You're in a Jeep, so you're part of that secret club with the handshake and the members only jacket that you only get when you're in the Jeep Club. And you have the versatility of the pickup bed. Wonderful setup for somebody specifically looking for this type of vehicle. I like the way it drives. I like like I said, some of the finishes inside I think are really nice, especially on the steering wheel, and I like the instrumentation. Is it perfect? Of course not. I think you need to have power seats in this, at least for the driver, especially at a $50,000 price point. And it would also be nice to have a little bit more power at the end of the day. That's never gonna hurt anybody. Just driving it is just so much fun. It'd be a blast to take all the body panels off this thing and really just go do some off-road trail riding, because that is really what it's made for. But you're gonna get yourself in that situation with this Jeep Gladiator where you're in the sweet spot, because it's more versatile than a standard Jeep, but it's still a Jeep. So there you go. But hopefully this gave you enough of overview of the Gladiator Overland. I do also have on the channel a Gladiator Sport. That is your entry-level Gladiator which I will leave the link for that at the end of the video. But at the end of the day, it's your money, your wallet, your driving experience. I like the driving experience in this Gladiator, and if I was in the market for a midsize truck, I would give it definitely a serious look, especially if I wanted something that's gonna stand out and be different. But anyways, we're gonna get back to Fitzgerald Jeep, and I'll see you in a nanosecond. All right, guys, it's been another amazing day here at Fitzgerald Jeep. Definitely gotta thank Daniel and everybody else here at Fitzgerald Jeep for opening up the doors and allowing us access to this Jeep Gladiator Overland Edition. If these are the types of things that you like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on Rady's Rides, click the link in the description. Get yourself some merch. Every little bit helps. Speaking of help, we can't do this without Big Guns McGee wearing his camo shirt, his Rady's Rides camo shirt, one of a kind. We should put those out into the Spreadshirt design store, so stay tuned for that. Check out Tom on @MoshPhotos. He went on a crazy adventure and he's back to live the tale. So thank you, Tom, for making it back in one piece. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.